In this video, I am going to solve KCT 2016 Mathematics paper part 5 from question number 41 to 50. So let us move on to the first question. This question based on the chapter straight line. So let us see the question. If the straight lines, these two straight lines are perpendicular, then find the value of k. So I am not going to solve this question as usual method. As usual method means what? We have to find out first the slope of their lines, and then using the condition for perpendicularism in their slope is what? m1 into m2 is equal to minus 1. This is lengthy process. I am using one shortcut method. So that is, in this case, sum of the product of the xy coefficient is always 0 in perpendicular condition. Okay, so here x coefficient is what? 2 into here x coefficient is what? 1 plus y coefficient 3, first one. Second one, y coefficient k is equal to 0. Now 2 ones are 2 plus the 3k is equal to 0. Now k is equal to minus 2 by 3. Good answer. So easiಯಾಗಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಇದು. Option C is correct. So therefore option C is good answer. So this is NCERT direct question. All the students attend this question easily because they have already solved this question in NCERT textbook. Okay, so take down. So now let us move on to the next question, question number 42. This question based on the chapter application of derivative, particularly rate measurement. Okay, so in this case, the rate of change of area, we have to find out the area of a circle, it is important, with respect to its what? Radius. So we have to find out the dA by dr. Okay, dA, not dA by dt. So in this case, given data is what? So given data r is equal to, at r is equal to 2 centimeter, but we know that area of a circle is equal to what? Pi r square. So A is equal to pi r square. So we know that area is equal to pi r square. What is the find outing fact? dA by dr at r is equal to 2 is the question mark. So now differentiate A with respect to r, not t. Okay, now left hand side becomes dA by dr is equal to 2 pi r, not dr by d2 next. Okay, because differentiate A with respect to r in this case. So dA by dr is equal to 2 pi r, put r is equal to 2, dA by dr, we have to find out dA by dr at r is equal to 2, 2 2s are 4 pi. So 4 pi is the good answer. Option D is correct. Therefore option D is good answer. So this is NCERT direct question. All the students attend this question easily because they have already solved this question in NCERT textbook. Okay, so they ask this type of questions in theory exam carrying 5 marks. Okay, so take the. So now let us move on to the next question, question number 43. This question based on the chapter trigonometry, belongs to the first year. Usually they ask 2 or 3 questions on this chapter in Kcet. So let us take first question. In this case, find the value of tan pi by 8 is equal to what? This is NCERT direct question. Okay, so this question solve, I am solving as usual, I am not solving as usual method in this case. Okay, so using tricky method, using the formulas or trigonometric formulas. Okay, so now let us take a tan pi by 2, tan pi by 8, tan pi by 8. So tan pi by 8 can be written as sin pi by 8 divided by cos pi by 8. So this is standard result. Tan pi by 8 value is standard result. Option C is good answer. But how can you solve this question? This is the question. Okay, question mark. So the way of approaching this problem in this type. Okay, so tan pi by 8 is equal to sin pi by 8 divided by cos pi by 8. So in this case, cos pi by 8 multiplied by both numerator and denominator, and also 2 sin pi by 8 into cos pi by 8 divided by 2 cos square pi by 8. So using the formula, trigonometry formula, 2 sin theta into cos theta is equal to sin 2 theta. So sin 2 theta is equal to 2 sin theta into cos theta, and also 2 cos square theta nothing but 1 plus cos 2 theta. 2 cos square theta nothing but 1 plus cos 2 theta. Using these two formula, we have to find out the answer of this question. But in this case, first convert numerator becomes sin 2 theta. Here theta is what? Pi by 8. Sin 2 theta means sin pi by 4 divided by 2 cos square pi by 8. Here theta is what? Pi by 8. 1 plus cos 2 theta nothing but 1 plus cos pi by 4. We know that cos pi by 4, sin pi by 4 both are values same, 1 by root 2. 1 by root 2 divided by 1 plus 1 by root 2. 1 plus 1 by root 2. So here LCM is root 2. Take LCM as root 2. So 1 by root 2, root 2, root 2 plus 1. Root 2, root 2 get cancelled. We get the answer 1 divided by root 2 plus 1. So option C is good answer. Therefore, option C is correct. So this is NCERT direct question. All the students attend this question easily because they have already solved this question in NCERT textbook, but another way. So this is a different way. Okay, so take down. So now let us move on to the next question. Question number 44. This question based on the chapter application of integral belongs to the second year. So they has this type of question in theory exam carrying 3 marks question. This is carrying 3 marks question. Here 1 mark. Okay. So use shortcut method in this case. I am not solving this question as usual method. As usual method means what? Draw the curve and line, and then find out the intersecting point, and then find the area under the curve by using definite integration. So I am not using in this case definite integration. Directly one formula is there. So using that formula, we have to find out the area of the curves, between area of the curves and line here in this case. Okay, this particularly based on area between the curve and line. So we know that this formula, what is the formula? Area between the curve y square is equal to 4ax and y is equal to mx is given by 8a square divided by 3m cube. 3m cube. So when we compare these two problem, this is problem and this is a known fact. So in this case, given data, y square is equal to 4ax. In the place of 4ax, what is there? 4a. This is 4a. Here in this case 1 is there, m. Now 4a is equal to 2. This implies a equal to the 1 by 2 and m is equal to 1. So required answer, we get the required answer. This is the required answer. Required area is equal to 8 into a square 1 by 4 divided by 3 into m cube 1, once again 1. So 4 2s are 2 by 3. 2 by 3 square unit is the good answer. Okay, so 2 by 3, option A is correct. Therefore, option A is correct. So this is easy question, NCERT direct question. All the student attend this question easily because this type of question already solved. They have already solved in NCERT textbook, but different way. This is also different way. Okay, so take turn. So now let us move on to the next question, question number 45. This question based on the chapter of probability. Second year, belongs to the second year. Usually they ask 4 or 5 question on this chapter in KCET. And also they has this type of question in theory exam carrying 1 marks. This is carrying 1 marks question in theory exam. So in KCET is also 1 marks question. Very simple question. We can solve easily this question. So using one formula, we have to, in this case, P of A intersection B is given, P of B is given, where P stands probability. Okay, then find probability of A when B is given. Okay, so here probability of A by B equal to the probability of A intersection B divided by probability of B. Probability of A intersection B 7 divided by 10. Probability of B 17 divided by 20, nothing but 7 by 10, 20 by 17. So 7 2s are 14 divided by 17. 14 by 17 is the good answer. Option C is correct. Therefore, option C is good answer. This is NCERT direct question. All the students attend this question easily because they have already solved these type of questions in NCERT textbook. So many problems are there. So take them. So now let us move on to the next question, question number 46. This question based on the chapter statistic, belongs to the first year. Particularly it depends on coefficient of variancy, last topic. Okay, so this case the coefficient of variation of two distributions are given. So two distributions, coefficient of variancy, first one 60, nothing but C dot V1 is equal to 60, and second one C dot V2 is equal to 70. The standard deviations are also given. Sigma 1 is equal to 21 and sigma 2 is equal to 16. Then find the means. Using the formula directly we can find out x1 bar is equal to sigma 1 divided by C dot V1 into 100 is equal to 21 divided by 60 into 100 is equal to 35 in this case. So in second case x2 bar is equal to sigma 2 divided by C dot V2 16 divided by into 100, in this case into 100 is equal to 16 divided by 70 into 100 is equal to 22.85. So option A and option D are correct. Usually they don't ask this type of question in KCET because this is more than one option correct. So rare case ask this type of question in KCET. This is easy question, NCERT direct question. All the students solve this question easily using this formula. Okay, so take them. So now let us move on to the next question, question number 47. This question based on the chapter once again probability. So belongs to the first year. So first year means for definition of probability. We know that the definition of probability, favorable case divided by total case. Using the formula we have to find out the answer of this question. So this is easy question. Two cards are drawn at random. Very important. Two cards are drawn at random from a pack of 52 cards. The probability of these two being ASS. Okay, so in deck of pack cards, 4 ace cards are there. Total 52 cards are there. We have to draw two ace cards. So in this case required probability is equal to total case. How many cards? Total 50. We can draw 2 cards. So total case is what? 50 C2 ways. Favorable case 4 ace cards. Among 4 we can take 2, 4 C2. So simplify this, we get the required answer. 4 C2 nothing but what? 4 factorial divided by 4 minus 2 factorial, 2 factorial to 2 factorial, nothing but in this case 4 into 3 divided by 2 factorial, cancel each other in numerator and denominator. So in this case 50 into 51, 50 minus 2 is, so in this case 52 C2, 52 C2 ways. 52 minus 2, 50, 50, 50 get cancelled, again 2 factorial, 2 factorial, 2 factorial, numerator denominator cancel. So answer becomes in this case 1 divided by 221 is the answer. So good answer, option B is correct. Therefore option B is correct. Easy question, all most of the students solve this question easily. Okay, so take down. So now let us move on to the next question, question number 48. This question based on the chapter inverse trigonometry, belongs to the second year. Okay, now let us see the question. In this case if sin inverse x plus sin inverse y is equal to pi by 2. So here in this case sin inverse x plus sin inverse y is there, but not sin inverse x plus cos inverse y is not there in this case. Of course sin inverse x plus cos inverse y is there, directly we can write x is equal to y and then x square is equal to y square is the good answer at that case. Okay, so but it is different. Sin inverse x given data is what? Sin inverse x plus sin inverse y, sin inverse y is equal to pi by 2. So now simplify this. Here in this case we have to find out x square. Okay, so sin inverse x is equal to pi by 2 minus sin inverse y. So using the formula we know that sin inverse y plus cos inverse y is equal to pi by 2. So 1 pi by 2 minus sin inverse y can be written as cos inverse y. So now sin inverse x is equal to, this is cos inverse y. So using one more formula, cos inverse y in terms of sin inverse of square root of 1 minus y square. So using this formula, right hand side can be written as sin inverse of square root of 1 minus y square. So now this implies x is equal to square root of 1 minus y square. Now squaring on both sides, this implies x square is equal to 1 minus y square. So good answer, x square is equal to 1 minus y square. Therefore option A is good answer, option A is correct. Option A is correct. So this is average question, most of the students solve this question easily. So take down. So now let us move on to the next question, question number 49. This question based on the chapter integral, particularly definite integral, properties of definite integral. So using one property we have to find out the answer of this question. So let us take as this question I is equal to 2 to 8, integrate from 2 to 8 square root of 10 minus x divided by square root of x plus square root of 10 minus x with respect to x. So we know that the property a to b f of x dx is equal to a to b f of a plus b minus x with respect to x. So using this formula solve this question. Okay, so let us take first this question. This equation is 1, equation 1, this is equation 1. Using this formula, this can be written as 2 to 8 square root of 10 minus of 2 plus 8, 10 minus x, nothing but 10 minus 10 plus x divided by, here in this case 10 minus x plus 10 minus 10 plus x with respect to x. So now simplify this. 2 to 8, 10 cancel, root x divided by here square root of 10 minus x plus this is root x dx. This is equation 2. So add equation 1 and 2. Add equation 1 and 2. We get in left hand side 2i, right hand side 2 to 8 is common. So here denominator is same, add the numerator nothing but what, square root of 10 minus x plus in this case square root of x, denominator same, square root of 10 minus x plus square root of x with respect to x. Now 2i is equal to, so it becomes 1, cancel each other, same quantity both numerator and denominator. Integration from 2 to 8, 1 with respect to x. So integration of 1 is what, x, in this case x. So x from 2 to 8, apply upper limit minus lower limit, 8 minus 2, this is 8 minus 2, 8 minus 2 is what, 6. Now I becomes 6 by 2, 3. So answer is 3. Option D is correct. Therefore option D is good answer. So this is NCERT direct question. All the students attend this question easily because they have already solved this question in NCERT textbook. Okay, so take down. So now let us move on to the next question. Last question of this video, question number 50. Let us see the question. The contrapositive of the converse. We have to find out the contrapositive of the converse. First we have to find out converse and then converse converted into contrapositive, nothing but inverse. So of the statement is given, if x is a prime number then x is odd. So here in this case x is a prime number is p number, x is odd is q, it is taken as q. So given condition in this case p then q. So find first converse. Converse nothing but what, q then p. Then find out contrapositive of converse. Contrapositive of converse nothing but reverse, negation p then negation q. So it means inverse of the given data. So what is the answer? Negation p then negation q. Negation p then negation q means if x is not a prime number then x is not an odd. If x is not a prime number then x is not an odd. Option D is good answer. So therefore option D is correct. So this is NCERT direct question. All the students attend this question easily because they have already solved this question in NCERT textbook. But this is usually they has this type of question in KCET only one. Okay, so take that.